Welcome to Get Fully Booked, Go Viral, and Get Rich with Your Content, the podcast that fuels your marketing, your sales, and your entrepreneurial spirit. I am your host, Brittany Budd, and I am thrilled to welcome you to another amazing episode. This is where we deep dive into the world of marketing, sales strategy, visibility hacks, business breakthroughs, mindset mastery, and CEO habits. As a woman and a mom, I know what it takes to succeed in the online space, and I am here to share all of it with you. No sugarcoating, just real talk. Let's dive into another episode together. Let's talk about integrity. Okay. I don't know why I felt like singing that for you, but I just did. I want to talk about integrity in the industry, not just like not lying, but like integrity with your offers. Like, let's talk about integrity within your offers, because something that tends to happen as an entrepreneur is like we want butts in seats, we want to make money, and we're willing to accept like anybody into any container as long as people are willing to pay. Have you ever joined like a mastermind that said it was for like multiple 6 or 7-figure businesses, like make $1 million in the next couple of years? Here's the framework, like put your head down, do the work, and within like 3 years, 5 years, you'll be making $1 million. And the criteria was like really high 5 figures annually. And you get in there and you discover that a bunch of the people don't belong. This happened to me once as a participant, not as the host of the container. This happened to me once where a bunch of people were in a container similar to what I just described, and they were like struggling to get their first client. Like they were only making a little bit of money. The conversations were like, "Oh, I'm going to launch a podcast. Can everybody like vote on my podcast cover, which one you like better so I can pick?" And it was like, "Oh, this is not what I thought." But we hear stories about this all the time. I have a girlfriend who has shared a story of joining a very high level mastermind. It was tens of thousands of dollars. Everyone in there was making about 7 figures, and like not long after it started, the hosts lost the plot and started teaching them how to run sales calls. And they were like, "What is this? What's happening? Why are you teaching us this? Like we we know how to get sales. That's not why we're here." But sometimes people create things and they don't have any real direction of what the thing they're creating is, and they're not holding the integrity of the space. Like they'd rather say yes to people and then figure it out along the way, which was, by the way that we were told to do things back then when the bro marketers were ruling the entrepreneurial world and telling everybody what to do. Like that was a thing. But I think that it got a little bit twisted because it felt like it was a thing that was made mostly for like group programs where you'd be like, "Well, once a week, I'm going to do a training and give a bit of homework." Okay, maybe you don't have to have all of that done, ready before it starts. Maybe you do it live and you do it as you move along. But sometimes, like trying to figure it out, especially at high level, trying to figure out as you go along is not the way to hold integrity of the space. And this is where people really start getting worked up over being like bamboozled in the space. We're making promises that we can't keep. We're like selling one thing and giving another. It can get wonky out here. I would implore you and encourage you, like, Don't accept money from anybody and everybody just because they're willing to pay. Like, you have to hold the integrity of the space. And the other thing is like holding the boundaries of the spaces that you're creating. If you are doing like a $50 a month membership and you let everyone get unlimited one-on-one calls and like DM you constantly, and then you're selling like a $5,000 a month one-on-one where that's the exact same level of support, why wouldn't they just pay you $50? Like, what are they paying you $5,000 for? This happens to those of us that are chronic overgivers and are people pleasers. People pleasers. I've been there. I have people pleasing tendencies still. I'm still healing it, okay? But like, we want to give and we want to make our clients happy. And we tend to like give, overgive to the point of our own detriment. Like, it's great to underpromise and overdeliver. It's better if you just like toot your own horn and like own your shit and then deliver it, because that's like the most congruent in my mind. Like, we get so worried that we're going to get canceled. We get so worried that someone's going to be pissed off that we like kind of bend over a little too much. We let things break a little too much, and that's not okay for ourselves. It's not okay for our clients. It's not okay for our potential clients. It's not okay for our mental health. So like, how do you be in integrity in your business, remembering that whatever it is that you're selling, like, the program is the program. So we're not going to do things outside of the program in the program. If you want to do things outside of the program that are not included in the program while we're in the program, you got to get extra time for that. You got to buy a one-on-one session. There's going to be a new container for that. Like, you don't have to give everything away at every price point. Like, be precious with your time, be precious with your creations, be precious with your brilliance. Yes, I talk a lot about giving value, giving your audience things that are tangible, loving, serving. There is a difference, though, between like giving value to somebody and letting them walk all over your boundaries. Like, I will give value all day, every day in my group, in my Facebook page, wherever you want to hang out with me, I'll be there. If you want to comment and ask me a question, I'm going to answer. You're going to slide up in my DMs? I might answer. You're going to start messaging me every day? No, I can't allow that. I can't allow that. And you can't allow that either. Like, you have to set the tone of what your business is. You have to say no to people if someone's not ready. I've had multiple people, like right now, I'm launching Unrivaled Empire. It's a 6-month container. It's mastermind and one-on-one. I've had multiple people come into my DMs and like they want it. And I've had to say, I don't think so. I don't think this is the best container for you right now. Maybe the membership might be a better fit for right now, because I don't want bad money. Like, not all money is good money. Sometimes money is bad money. Like, you have to be a leader if you're going to lead people. You have to be in integrity. You have to give yourself permission to uphold boundaries so that your clients can give themselves permission. Remember, you're walking your talk. So if you're sitting out here and you're like, oh, let's talk about rest. You know, I was in Goss magazine, one of the earliest manifest issues a year and a half ago. I said, rest is an income producing activity. They loved it. They made a little quote card for it and everything and posted on their socials. I can't sit here and say rest is an income producing activity and then never sit down, never do anything that lets me turn my brain off, because my audience can feel that there's no integrity there. There's no congruence there. I'm full of crap. You have to walk your talk. You have to uphold the boundaries. You have to be in integrity of the spaces that you're creating, of the words that you're saying, everything that you do needs to feel good in your soul. Like if it feels expansive, then you should do it. If it feels constrictive, then you should not be doing it. It's okay to turn people away. They're going to respect you more if you turn people away, especially if you have something else that you can give them. It's going to suit them better. I've made this mistake. Or at the time, it didn't feel like a mistake. I am in a deep business and life lesson myself dealing with boundaries because last year I accepted some clients into one-on-one. I accepted some clients into a program and I allowed them to stop paying me. Like my boundaries around this were weak because I believed the best in these people. You know, when they called me and they said, "Ooh, XYZ just happened. Can I like take a beat? I'll pay you soon. Is it okay if we keep working together though? I'm good for it. It's coming. Can we keep working together?" And in the kindness of my heart, I said yes. Like I believed them. Of course you're good for it. Of course we can keep working together. I'm not worried that you won't pay me. You're getting everything that you asked for. You're getting results. You're getting visibility, PR opportunities, clients, content. I know that it's going to come together for you. And like I was compassionate and empathetic to life because I was living it. Like I was still, I'm always going to be dealing with my own grief. But like I was going through IVF, failed, pregnant, loss again. So I get when life happens. So I thought, no, this is very much in integrity for me to allow this, to say, yes, of course, I will continue giving you my services while you're figuring out your life because you're a good person. And I have found myself in a position that I never wanted to be in. I have found myself owed thousands of dollars in services rendered. And these people stopped responding to me. They stopped answering my emails, my DMs. I let one of them, I agreed to a payment plan because life just kind of kept happening. I agreed to a payment plan of $100 a month on an almost $6,000 bill because I felt that that was the most loving thing that I could do. And now, hindsight is always 2020. I found that I was taken advantage of by multiple people. And I had to do a very scary business thing and send them to collections and possibly send them to court because it's not small money. Across the 4 people, it's over $25,000 that is owed to me. So we're not talking a couple $100. I have written off lots of people, because they're balances to me because life happens. But if you're going to be in integrity of running a business and being a CEO, it's hard because the male dominated masculine side of things says things like, it's not personal, it's just business. Well, it is personal. It is personal. It's extremely personal, especially the work that a lot of us do. Like we're working in people's businesses, we're working in their lives. Like we're not out here selling cars where they come and they buy a car and then they leave and you don't see them again. We're out here coaching, consulting, mentoring, healing, guiding. We are in the shit up to our elbows with our clients. We know them inside and out. We know their marriage, their relationships, their relationship with themselves. We know what's keeping them up at night. We cry with them. We hear all the stories. We know what's going on with their children, with their parents, with their friends, with their family. We know all of it. So it's extremely personal. It's extremely personal. I never thought that I would have to enforce my contracts like this. But I feel like it is in integrity for me to take the emotion out of it because my heart still is broken for these people. My friend Kelly asked me what I think the lesson in this is. And I said, to be more of a hard ass and less of a doormat. And she said, and she said, what if the lesson is that you like care about your clients, but you care about yourself a little bit more? Like, can you care about yourself the same level that you care about your clients? Because you allowed these people to take advantage of you like this. You allowed these people to take your time where I couldn't accept more paying clients because I was letting these people take my time. And even if I didn't want more paying clients, I would have much rather have been with my children than be taken advantage of. One of them has paid PR, which PR wasn't paid for. I had to pay my contact for her writing services, and she pitched around. So it wasn't paid PR, but we did pay Shannon for her services in this container. I paid for it all. For this one client, I've paid for all of the PR that she got because I had to pay Shannon as part of the container. And this person has not paid more than a little tiny, tiny bit. That's not fair to me. That's not fair to my family. We're often told as like heart and soul led businesses, well, if you're really heart and soul led, you do it for free. Like, raise your hands if someone's ever said that to you. And that's just not fucking true. Your brain, your experience, your knowledge is invaluable. So when you give that to people, that is a damn gift. And yes, they're paying you. It's still a fucking gift. Like, plain and simple. It is a gift when they pay you for this thing because you're transforming lives. You're showing up for people in big ways, whether they show up for themselves or not. That's another story. That's also not your responsibility. You cannot be responsible for your client's lack of action. You can only be responsible for the way you show up. Now, that doesn't mean that you like throw your hands up and like let your clients like go to the wolves. If they're showing up and they're doing all the things that you're saying and they're not getting the results that you're promising, you, out of integrity, have a responsibility to dive deeper with them into what's going on and why it's not working. Like, if you have a proven system and it's not working for somebody, you gotta analyze what's going on. Is it the way they're doing the actions? Is it the way they're showing up? Is it what they're saying? Is it their mindset? Is it their energy? Usually it's their mindset, in my experience. But like, you got to dig deep with them. You got to dig deep with them. You got to get in the dirt, get in the shit and figure it out with them. Integrity. This episode, I feel like it kind of went all over the place because I just felt like integrity just like pressing around me, like, talk about integrity. And I didn't really know what I was going to say. But I feel like all of these things are really important. Like, you have to protect your clients, you have to protect your containers, you have to protect yourself. That is the most important. That's all. I love you. I hope you have an amazing day. And I hope that this gave you the shifts that you needed it to give you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. As we end another episode of Get Fully Booked, Go Viral, and Get Rich with Your Content, I just want to thank you for being part of this amazing community. Your dedication to your business and your dreams is so inspiring, and I am honored to be on this journey with you. Remember, your success is within reach, and I am here to support you every step of the way. Do not forget to subscribe to the podcast to keep the inspiration flowing. You can connect with me on Facebook where we can continue the party. Join my Facebook group for even more insights and connections. And I've got amazing freebies and resources down in the show notes. They're chock full of goodies to help you level up your game. Until our next episode, stay committed, stay inspired, and keep pushing towards your dreams. You have got this.